Hello, my peeps, it's Gina. I am just going to do a simple stringing necklace today. I had used some of these beads yesterday in my obsidian elephant tutorial, and now I want to use these all up because I already filled the bin with another set of beads, so I have nowhere to put them, so I have to make something. So I come across this and I thought, well, let's see what I could do with this. Got rhinestones and pearls, gold. So I think I got it. I got this. I don't know if that's black onyx because it's black all the way through. I don't remember where I get some of my beads, so I'm not sure if they're a gemstone or not. So I have this piece of wire here. We're going to make a wrapped loop. Right about there. Fold it over, wrap it over the pliers, rotate the pliers, come all the way around, and then before I wrap it, I want to put it on here. And pull. Gotta open it up. There we go. Now I'm going to use my bent nose to get in there. This way. There. Now I'm ready. And we're going to wrap. Just twice. That's all you need. Just as long as it gets around it and it'll secure it. So I'm going to take it off and back. And snip. And tuck. And it's not tucked in enough. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty. All right, now I'm going to add on the crystal. This is a 4mm crystal. I don't know if we're supposed to use the word Swarovski anymore, but that's where I got all my crystals from. Because before they stopped doing the DIYers crystals for us, I kind of bought up as much crystals as I could. That's pretty. Okay, now we're going to make a larger loop on this one. So, because I want it to wrap around these beads here. So we're going to bend it over the pliers. And I want a larger loop, so I'm going to go a little higher on the pliers here. This is your bigger loops. Here's your tiny loops. I'm just going on it. In between, up and over, rotate the pliers, bring the wire all the way around. See it big enough? I wonder. Yep, that'll work. That will work. And then I'll get my bent nose. I guess I didn't need to cut off so much wire. I just wanted, it's easier to work with more wire than to short yourself. If you short yourself, it's so much harder to work with. So we're just going to do it once, twice, and take it off in the back. Alrighty. Tuck this in. Alrighty. That's so pretty. All right, that's our focal. Now for the simple stringing, like I said, I'm just going to string. I always use the 49 strand, the softest drape. And yesterday, I don't think I explained this good enough. This has 49 strands of wire going through 0.019 inches of this wire. And there's 7 strand and there's 19 strand. 7 strand, 0.019, only has 7 wires going through there. So it makes it a little stiffer. Whereas 49 strand, there's 49 itty bitty tiny strings of stainless steel in there, which makes it more flexible. So in the same inch, this will have 49. 7 strand will only have 7 stainless steel wires going through it, which makes it a little harder, a little stiffer to work with. So for my necklaces, I like to use the 49 strand because it's got the softest drape. So we want it to go nice and pretty. And these, I don't remember what they are because I looked them up. I'm like, I didn't put down what they were. They're a little cool to the touch, so I don't know if they're a gemstone or not. It's like, I need to start making more notes. Get in a hurry to put it away. I used to just get them. All the beads, I would count the beads. I take the price of the beads and divide it by how many beads there were on that strand. And it tells me how much each bead is worth. So if I take like a couple, I know it's worth like 10 cents or 5 cents. You know, that kind of thing. And I plugged it all into my computer and have it in an Excel. And this big ordeal. Put them in, gave it a bin number. All my bins have numbers. So, but when I pick out a bin and then I look at it and like, I don't remember what these were. I don't remember those are. So I went back through and labeled as much as I could. So some of them are not labeled. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I have. Gemstones, not gemstones. How much do I charge? I don't know. Because I lost it somewhere in adding and subtracting beads and all that good stuff. So now, when I get the beads, I just take the price, divide it by how many beads there are, label it on a piece of paper, and then I put the paper in with in the bin with the beads. So that way, when I pick out the storage bin, I'll show you what I'm talking about. One of these, let's do one of these. This is a bin, and I got them labeled. They all got labels, so then I know, what's in each one of these. But now I have to have, I got little tags in there to tell me what everything is. So just to kind of show you what I'm talking about, bins. It's not really a bin. It's a storage container full of like about 18 different holes or wells, you can call them, to put your beads and things in. So now I gotta put the names with it right away, because if I don't, I have to go back through all the stuff that I bought and go through all my receipts. I keep all my receipts and try and find it, and that's a pain because there's so many. I buy too many beads. I think I have a problem. I don't need beads, but I keep buying them. I'm like, oh, that looks cool. I want to make that. And then buying more beads. Oh, if I buy that, I need these. And then I keep buying and buying and buying. And like, I need to start using up what I have. Oh boy. Yes, I do. I need to start using the ones I have. Let's see how long this is. I got one more here, and then we're going to measure. I'm thinking it's going to be around 8 inches. I'd like it to be 9 inches. So it's like an 18-inch necklace, but it don't have to be. All right, let's measure, see what we've gotten done so far. Lift that up. Yeah, it's close to 9. Let me see, push this all together. All right, just under 9 inches, like 8 3/4. So, put this in. This goes, let's see, this way. And then another bead so that it sits up on top of the beads, or at least those beads push together. Yep. So when those beads get pushed together, when I push it together, then that wire isn't riding on the beading wire like this and wearing that nylon coating that's on there. My mouth is dry. I need to get I think I need it. Let me get it. Time out. Anybody done a Ancestry DNA thingy? I just did that this morning. It's like you gotta spit in this thing. And it gave me a spit line. I'm like, oh, that's gonna take me a while because my mouth is always so dry. So I'm like, I take a drink of my Crystal Light, and then I kind of wait and let it, build up, and then I get like a drop of spit into the saliva into that little thingy. I'm like, it took a while, but got it done. But they say they could only do it on live people, so I'm like, my biological father died. So I'm like, how does that work? They only do it if, like, I don't know anything about my heritage on my dad's side. So that's why I'm doing it. Let's see what I have here. I got 2, then this, and this. Okay. So I want to find out. I'm hoping I didn't spend $100 on nothing, because what if it comes back with nothing? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. That would be sad. That would make me sad. Really sad. But we'll see. I will be sure to let you know how it turns out. It says 6 to 8 weeks you gotta wait for the results. It's like, wowza. So by the time 6 to 8 weeks comes around, I'll probably forgot all about it. I'll get something in the mail. I'm like, oh. So I'm sitting out. It's in a box on the mailbox. We have one of those mailboxes that you open the flap, put the mail in. I'm like, how am I going to hold this box up so the mailman knows that it's got to go out? I got it figured out. I got it figured out. It's out there. What do I want here? 2. And I got this one. Okay. I see I got. Yes. Okay. So I want to make sure I'm doing everything in order, because otherwise I'll have to redo it. I like it. My sister, I think she did 23andMe. I don't know if that's any different. I don't know. I know she did it with her daughter. And her daughter, her first daughter, she had, her first child, she had placed up for adoption. And reasons why, I don't know. And so they met up, and they're like best friends. They're just best friends. So they did the 23andMe together. I'm like, oh, well, I don't have anyone on my dad's side to compare or share with. So I'm like, So I haven't texted her or called her to find out. I've been busy. My house gets so cluttered. My husband comes home, just lays stuff down and leaves it. And I've come to the conclusion that I must pick up after my husband, because if I don't, it just gets out of hand, and it's embarrassing when people stop over. So I decided from now on, I will pick everything up, and if he lays something down, I like him to take care of it. At least right away. I seen he put a couple things over on the table. I'm like, are they for me to put away? Okay, now we got our crimp bead. Crimp bead. I lost light. How did I lose light? Oh, that one? Huh. Alright, wire guard. In through one side. Down through the other. Through the crimp bead. And pull. Well, you can't have the crimp bead all the way up there, because it won't pull. There we go. I don't want that much. I don't want to lose that much wire. That looks good. Okay, now we're going to crimp. Crimp, crimp, crimp. I'm always going to go in the back groove, where it has that little divot in there. So it's going to make a crease in my bead. I gotta get it. Separate this. There we go. Now we're in the groove, and squeeze. And I got my divot. Oh, it's right there. Couldn't tell. Go on the front, squeeze. That just looks like a little bead. All right, cut this off. Oh, it's Wednesday. I just heard the tornado siren go off. It's Wednesday. It's the first Wednesday of the month. Janesville has their testing. They have all the sirens go off for testing at noon, so it must be noon. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's noon. All right, I got this all pushed down, but I don't want it too tight. Oh, I'm making a mess here. All right, let's take some of this off. All right, get that out of the way. And my other crimp bead. Oh no, where's my other crimp bead? Right there. I got it. And in we go. I wonder if I should put that cover on quick before I... Yeah. Let's put the cover on quick. Probably could just put that bead. No, ain't gonna go over it. All right, let's put the cover on. Give it some room. There we go. Is in. Now we're going to close it up. There we go. All right, now we're going to push everything to the side. Let gravity do its thing. Lift it up. Give it a little swirl so it's not too tight. And we already got our crimp bead on. So we'll get our wire guard. All right, down through the other side, through the crimp bead. Oops. First, got to grab a hold of it. Put it down. There we go. And back through the crimp bead. And get a hold of it and pull. Now that's all put together. All right, give it a little bit of room. Oh, not too much room. Want a little bit of room to put that crimp cover on. Let's pinch this a little bit. Pull down. See, this side's a little more trickier because you got all the beads to contend with. I want to have a little bit of room, but not too much room. And squeeze. And squeeze. And take this off. Snip. Snippity-doo-dah. There we go. That's our waist. So we did about 1 inch on the other side, 2 inches on this side, so that's 3 inches total. All right, let's put on our jump rings. Jump rings, I always use my bent nose, cover half the jump ring, take another pair of pliers, and don't move this side, just this side. And I'm going to move it towards myself. Twink. Open. And then we're going to put this on, a jump ring, close it up. What's that? There we go. Clasp. Get in there. Nice and snug. Nice and snug. Get in there. Yeah. You can feel it grind together, so you know it's nice and snug. Okay. Now we get the jump ring on this side. I'm going to bring this back towards me. This one on. And then this one. And then we'll close it up. So I want a chain go on this one. Turn it around. Find the opening. There's the opening. And put an extender chain on. It's magnetized. There we go. And then another jump ring on the end. So when you're clasping it, you can clasp it here, or you can clasp it out here. So I'm going to put another one on. What did I do that for? I don't know. Open it with my fingers. That ain't going to work. Alright. And then I do want to get a dangle on. This crimp cover. I want to get the crimp cover on. They're just not the easiest to work with, but once you got it on and it looks nice, it really does look nice. It finishes off the piece. All right. All right. Let's see if I can put it in here. Just hang on to it. Don't put no pressure on it. Just hang on to it. Ah. Ay, ay, ay. Here we go. In, on top. It's on top of it. It's not going on. Sorry. Well, hang on. Got it. Now we're going to put a little dangle on. Cut this. Flush cut it. Then I'm going to do a wrapped loop. Here. And don't need to be too big of a hole or too big of a loop. Up and over. Rotate the pliers. Continue that wire around. That way. Now, this is crystal. No. I want to put it on there, but I don't need this open for it. Close this. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. That isn't what I wanted. I want that to go on there, but I gotta close this. I'm gonna close this. Come on, get in here. It's not closed. There we go. Click, click, click. Now, put this in there. All right, open it up. There we go. Use my bent nose to get in there. Hang on to the ring, loop, and then we're going to wrap. Once. Hang on. Yeah, I should have gotten out a head pin. So I'm like, I'm lost here for some reason. It's like, this isn't turning out the way it's supposed to be. So we're going to snip this off. Snip. And set that aside. See what we got here. Tuck. it in. Tuck it in, tuck it in. Alright, now my crystal. Should have used a head pin. That would have been a whole lot simpler. So now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my round nose, and I'm just going to, let's flush cut that. Can you see how it's got that bevel right there? We're going to snip that off. Round nose. And tip of the wire, tip of the pliers, and it's just going to go around. I think I want to snip this off. I'm going to snip a little bit of that off. Keep going round. Turning? Is it there? Yeah, it is turning. I'm just going to make a coil. And then bring it out. I'm going to snip that end off. So it doesn't look very good. Pinch. That tucked inside. Tuck a little bit. It's gotta get tucked. There we go. All right. And there's our little crystal with a little coil at the end. Little coil. And there we have our simple stringing necklace. It's not so simple, is it? Not as simple as it looks. Here we go. I'll get everything out of the way. Got some pieces here. Okay. Is it all in view? Yes. Let's see if we bring it in. There. That is what we made today. So, hit like. It does help my channel if you hit like. Leave a comment if you would. I always get back to my comments, and I will get back to you. Subscribe to my channel. It doesn't cost anything. It just helps my channel. So until next time, happy beading.